The morning sun was beginning to rise over the Sea of Galilee when the fishermen dragged their empty nets onto the shore. They were exhausted. All through the long night they had worked, casting, pulling, mending, hoping, and not a single fish had been caught. Simon Peter rinsed the last bit of sand from his nets. His hands were rough, his back ached, and disappointment hung heavy in the air. Nights like this meant wasted effort and lost income. He only wanted to finish cleaning up and go home. Just then, Jesus approached the shoreline. A crowd had gathered around him, pressing closer and closer to hear his teaching. Seeing Peter's boat, Jesus stepped in and asked softly if Peter would push out a little from the land. Though tired, Peter agreed. He steadied the boat while Jesus sat and taught. The waves lapped gently against the wooden sides as the words of life carried across the water. When Jesus finished speaking, he turned to Peter with a calm, steady gaze. "Put out into the deep," he said, "and let down your nets for a catch." "Master, we have toiled all night and caught nothing. Nevertheless, at your word, I will let down the nets." Peter guided the boat out into deeper water. The net slipped into the sea once more. In an instant, everything changed. The ropes tightened. The net surged and strained with a sudden weight. Fish thrashed and shimmered beneath the surface until the nylon threads began to tear. Peter shouted for help, and another boat rushed over. Together they hauled until both boats were filled, so full they nearly sank. Overwhelmed, Peter realized this miracle wasn't about fish. It was about faith. It was about learning that when Jesus speaks, his word holds power beyond human effort and understanding. In awe and humility, Peter fell before him. And Jesus gently lifted his eyes to something greater. "Do not be afraid. From now on, you will fish for people." So they brought the boats to shore, left everything behind, and followed him, because a single act of trust had opened the door to a calling far bigger than they ever imagined.